For decades, Glenn Frey's music defined an era. As a founding member of the Eagles, his voice and songwriting helped shape the soundtrack of the 1970s. But now, years after his passing, his family has revealed something that fans never expected a secret. Unreleased song hidden away until now. What they uncovered is not just music, but a window into the soul of a man who lived, loved, and created until the very end. Glenn Frey was more than just a rock star. He was a storyteller. With classics like Take It Easy and Lion Eyes, he gave voice to the dreams and heartbreaks of an entire generation. Alongside Don Henley, he built the Eagles into one of the most successful bands in history, their harmonies echoing through arenas and across the airwaves. For millions, Frey's music wasn't just entertainment, it was a piece of their lives. But even as his fame grew, Glenn Frey remained intensely private, keeping parts of his artistry tucked away from the spotlight. When Frey passed in 2016 after complications from rheumatoid arthritis, colitis, and pneumonia, the music world was stunned. Tributes poured in, fans gathered to celebrate his legacy. And the Eagles' catalog surged once again as listeners revisited the songs that had meant so much to them. Yet, behind closed doors, his family knew something more. Glenn had left behind recordings that no one had ever heard, songs he had worked on quietly, never released to the public. Waiting for the right moment. For years, his wife Cindy and their children kept the tapes safe, wrestling with whether to share them. Were they finished works of art? Were they private thoughts never meant to leave the studio? The weight of the decision was immense, because once released, the songs would no longer belong to just Glenn. They would belong to the world. And then, after much reflection, family made their choice. Among the recordings was one song in particular, unfinished, yet hauntingly beautiful. Those who have heard it say it carries the warmth and melancholy that define Frey's best work. It's not just another Eagles-style anthem, but something more personal, almost like a final conversation with his fans. The lyrics, reportedly reflective and tender, speak to the passage of time, the fragility of life, and the enduring power of love, for a man whose career was built on crafting timeless melodies. This secret song feels like his last gift. The revelation stunned longtime followers. Fans who thought they had heard everything Glenn Frey had to offer now realized there was still a part of him left to discover. The family admitted that hearing his voice again, fresh and untouched by the years, brought both tears and joy. It was as though Glenn had stepped back into the room, guitar in hand, ready to sing once more. This discovery not only reignites interest in Glenn Frey's legacy, but also highlights the intimate connection between artists and their creations. Sometimes songs are more than just recordings, they are pieces of the artist's soul, fragments of who they were at their most vulnerable. For Glenn, this secret track proves that even after death, his voice has not been silenced. The Eagles once sang, "You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave." In many ways, Glenn Frey never truly left. His music continues to play, his influence still shapes generations. And now, with this unreleased song, he reminds us that the spirit of an artist never fades. It lingers in the notes, in the words, and in the hearts of those who listen, years later. As his family reveals this hidden treasure, fans are reminded of why Glenn Frey mattered, not just because of the hits we all know, but because of the passion and humanity that lived behind every note. And now, thanks to this secret song, his story continues, unfinished but eternal.